yeah, here we go. Discover more, page 103 and 104. Does anyone know who these people are yet? Any guesses of who these people are? Sina, what do you think? Who do you think these people are?
I think the first pictures are the brother that will make an airplane.
Yeah, the guys that made an airplane. That's a very good guess. Lisa, what do you think?
I think they are the Wright brothers.
You think they are the Wright brothers? That's a very good guess. Kim, who do you think they are?
They are the Wright brothers.
Yeah, you guys are right. You figured it out. They're the Wright brothers. Okay. But we're going to be learning about someone else today too. So we have the Wright brothers and Christine Darden. So we're going to look at the history of major scientific breakthroughs through studying forces. Who are the Wright brothers and who is Dr. Christine Darden? Both of these people have made multiple breakthroughs by studying different forces. And if you can tell by the photos, this is a very long time ago. Okay, so let's learn about some people in science. We're going to start off with what do these two people do, okay? So Christine Darden and the Wright brothers. Let's have Taylor. Can you read for us?
Making object flies has been a change for even the most talented engineer. Here you will learn about three very talented
Space
engineers.
Very good. What do you guys think the challenge is for making an object fly? What are some challenges engineers face when trying to make something fly? What do you already know about forces? What do you think is hard about making an object fly? Pasta, what do you think? What are some forces that they have to think about when they're trying to make something fly?
Lift and some force to push the plane.
What is pulling the plane down? What is always trying to pull the plane down? Moon, what is trying to pull the planes down? Gravity. Gravity. And can someone remind me, is gravity a contact force or a non-contact force? Is it a contact force and a non-contact force? Bunny, do you think gravity is a contact force or a non-contact force? Does gravity have to touch you or does it just pull everything down?
It's just pull everything down.
So what is it? Is it a contact force or a non-contact force? Okay, I'll see who else knows. Pasta says his knows. Okay, Pasta, is it a contact or a non-contact force?
Gravity is a non-contact force.
Exactly, Pasta got it. It's a non-contact force. It does not have to touch you. Remember, the word contact means to touch. To touch. Friction is when two surfaces are touching, like my hand and this lid, the friction between them. So is friction a contact force or a non-contact force? Alex, what do you think?
Non-contact.
Are the objects touching? Is it touching my hand and causing friction?
Yes.
Yes, friction is two items touching. So friction is two items or two surfaces that are touching. So is that contact or non-contact?
Yes.
It's contact, yes. Guys, you have to think of contact. Is it touching? Gravity does not touch you. It just pulls you down. Friction is contact. It's two surfaces touching. A baseball bat hitting a baseball is contact. The baseball bat hits the ball, and that's a contact. A magnet can pull on metal. Does a magnet have to touch something to pull on it? Does a magnet have to touch something to pull on it? Sophia, no. So it's a non-contact force. Okay, guys, let's see if we can go further into this. So let's read about Christine Darden first. Who is Christine Darden? Let's read. Sarah, can you read the first two sentences? Sarah, can you read the first two sentences?
Christine
Darden
has
was an Aero
aero
space engineer.
engineer who worked with
NASA.
NASA for over
40.
10 years.
Yeah, 40 years. That's a long time. 40 years is a long time. How old are you, Sarah?
7 years old.
You're 7? Yeah. You're,
Today is my dad's birthday.
it's your dad's birthday.
Yes.
Do you know how old your dad is? Okay,
I do.
35 or 36. She's working at NASA for longer than your dad has been alive. So she's been working at NASA since your dad has been a baby, before he was a baby. She's been working at NASA for a very long time, Sarah. Okay, guys, let's have Emma. Can you read the next sentence?
He was an expert in designing wings for aircraft that travel faster than the speed of sound.
Whoa, aircraft that travel faster than the speed of sound. That's really fast. Think about how fast sound travels. So their airplanes can travel faster than you can hear them. Okay, let's have Kim. Kim, can you read the next sentence?
She also researched the sonic boom,
Yep.
which is a very loud noise produced at that high speed.
Okay, let's go over some of the harder words in here, okay? There's a lot of hard words. We have this word called aerospace.
Aerospace.
Aerospace. You're fine. Kim, you did a great job reading. So we have aerospace. What do you guys think aerospace engineers study? What do you guys think aerospace engineer? An engineer is who makes things using science, math. Engineers make solutions to problems. They make airplanes, they make bridges, they do tons of different, engineers can make tons of different things. They work on buildings, stuff like that. What do you guys think an aerospace engineer does? An aerospace. What do you guys think this word means? Milk. What do you think the word aerospace means? Remember, these two people made airplanes. So what do you think? Okay, I'll see if anyone else knows. Raise your hand if you think you know. Guys, I know it's a big word, and sometimes you have to do an educated guess when you see something like this. Anyone know? Okay, so if we don't know a word, what we can do, right? Real quick, you just type it in. We can type in aerospace definition. So if you don't know a word, we can always look it up. The branch of technology and industry concerned with both aviation and space flight. Aviation means airplanes and space flight. So an aero engineer would make airplanes, things that fly, and spaceships, and rockets and stuff like that. This would be rockets, planes, all the stuff we have been learning about, aerospace, okay? It means someone that works with planes, rockets, and other things that fly. What type of forces do you think Christine Darden studied? What do you think she studied to make airplanes like this? She was really good at making airplanes, the wings, stuff like that. What forces did she need to study? Let's see, we've talked about them before, but what forces did she need to study? Blue Moon, what are some forces you think she had to study to make airplanes? There's two that I'm looking for, two that we've learned about so far. Remember, rockets and airplanes are both made to fight what?
Gravity and net force.
Yeah, gravity. Very good. Yeah, they need to be able to fight gravity, and they need to have a net force that goes up. They have to always have a net force that pulls them up. If their net force pulls them down, they're gonna hit the floor. They're gonna crash onto the ground.
Gravity pull them down.
There's one more that I'm looking for. It's when two surfaces are touching. Rose, what force is it when two surfaces are touching, like your hands rubbing really fast back and forth? When the book slides across the table and stops, what force is stopping a book? If I slide my book across a table, why does the book stop? What force is acting on it? Starts with an F. I'm going to call on someone else. Let's see if Scart, what force am I talking about? Two surfaces rubbing on each other, like your hands. What makes my hands hot after rubbing them really quickly back and forth?
Friction.
Friction. Very good. And Scart, can you read the sentence for me, the answer? Wait,
What type of force do you think Christians study?
can you read the answer?
We must study two types of force, friction and gravity.
Very good. Those are the two guys, friction and gravity. The friction is actually between the wing and what is the wing touching when it's flying? Sino, what is the wing touching when it's flying?
The wing touching.
What's all around the airplane? It's all around us
Gravity.
right now. Not gravity. It's all around us right now. You're breathing it in.
Air.
Air. Very good. So guys, she studied the forces of friction, the wings going through the air, and gravity. And how do you think Christine's Darden job relies on knowledge of balanced and unbalanced forces? Balanced and unbalanced forces. How do you think her job relies on that? Remember, what is a balanced force? Is it object what? When a object's forces are balanced, is it moving or not moving? Banana, is an object that is balanced moving or not moving?
Not moving.
Not moving. It means that when an object has balanced forces, its speed will stay the same. The speed of the objects will stay the same. And what about unbalanced forces? Let's have Jackie. When an object has unbalanced forces, what does it mean the object is doing?
Can you say again the question?
Yeah. So when an object's forces are unbalanced, is the object moving or is it not moving?
It is moving.
It is moving. Which forces do you think she worked with more? Balanced forces or unbalanced forces? Does she want her airplanes to move or to not move?
To move.
To move. So she would use which type of forces here? Balanced or unbalanced? Remember, balanced is not moving. Unbalanced is moving. So which one? Unbalanced. Very good. And can you read the sentence for us, the answer?
If she is trying to make a craft go faster, she is interested in creating unbalanced force that will reduce friction and air resistance and
counteract
gravity.
Very good. So guys, think about your egg designs. A lot of you guys put a parachute. I believe Sarah put an umbrella. Moon put a balloon. You guys did different things to increase air resistance. Those were all things like a parachute, But when you're making an airplane and you're trying to go faster, you want to make that smaller. You do not want a lot of air resistance. You guys were trying to make your plane or your egg go slower. So you wanted more air resistance. You wanted more balloons, more umbrellas, more bags. So if you want to go faster, you have to make that smaller. Think about the paper ball and your flat sheet of paper. The paper ball has less air resistance. The sheet of paper has more air resistance. So when you drop them, remember when you drop them, the paper ball travels faster. The paper ball travels faster to the floor because there's less air resistance. Okay. How do you guys think weather affects how she works? Let's have Emma. Emma, how do you think weather affects her work to make airplanes? Think about a flying airplane. Let's see who has their hand raised. Ben,
The weather can
think about if you're flying a plane, what would weather do to your plane? Would it make it easier to fly or harder to fly? If you're in a, let's say you're in a lightning storm. Ray, what do you think?
I think that when there is thunderstorm, it can make the airplane fly harder.
Okay, let's see. Let's read the answer.
When designing aircraft, she has to understand the effects of weather on her aircraft.
Yeah, guys, she needs to know if. Think about it. You can't make a plane that's going to crash if it rains. It's going to rain. There's going to be wind. It's going to get cold. Think about different things that weather would affect on an airplane. You have to just you have to use educated guesses that weather can affect an airplane. You don't want your wings to freeze. Imagine you're on an airplane and ice starts to form on your wings. That would be really, really bad. A lot of planes can crash if they get ice on their wings. Okay, now let's go over the Wright brothers. Let's have Ben 10. I don't know if you're there because I can't see your video, but could you read the first sentence for us?
Wright brothers invented the first successful airplane, which they flew for the first time in 1903.
1903. Oh, that's a long time ago. How many years ago is that? 2021.
21 years ago.
No, so it's 2021 now. So that would be 118.
118.
Guys, 118 years ago. That's a long time.
Mr. Connor, when I was young, I was still 8 years old. But for now, I was still 8 years old.
Yeah. Guys, your grandparents are not even alive yet, probably here. So guys, this is in 1903. This is over 100 years ago. They made the first airplane. Okay, let's read the second sentence. Let's have Daisy. Can you read the second sentence for me?
They faced the challenge of the different forces, then act on an airplane while in.
Very good. Yeah, they had to study all the different forces on an airplane, like we've talked about, gravity and friction. They were the first people to study stuff like this. Remember, guys, no one has ever flown before. Let's watch the first flight. So this used to be your cars. This is a long time ago, guys. This is a long time ago. Like I said, it's over 100 years ago. What is the effect of the Wright brothers overcoming gravity? They were the first ones to overcome gravity. What were the effects of this? What do you guys think changed when we discovered airplanes? Misha, are you there? Misha.
Yes.
Okay, what is the effect of discovering an airplane? What do you think changed for humans when we discovered the airplane? Think about it. What do we use airplanes for now?
Now we use airplanes to go to another country or go to like.
Yeah, we use them to travel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we use them to travel. Could you read the answer for me real quick?
Now we use the airplanes to travel.
Yeah. Yeah, but can you read the answer for me? They are able
to make the first successful airplane, which changed how people travel.
Yeah, guys, people could only travel through boats and cars. Boats and cars. Now we could start to think of airplanes that could make it and travel. Their airplane would only stay in the air for a few minutes though. Their airplane was only able to stay in the air for a few minutes. Their first airplane ride ever only lasted 5 seconds. It only lasted 5 seconds. That's not fast. That's not long enough to get anywhere. What animal would you try to study if you're trying to fly?
Bird.
A bird. They studied birds. Think about the wings. Think about the wings. They would study birds to figure out the best shape for a wing. The best shape for this wing. You have to study birds. Okay, so the Wright brothers made the airplane. Okay, guys, so your homework is just to make a paper airplane. Make a paper airplane, okay? I want you guys to design and engineer a paper airplane. If you don't know how to make one, I promise you can go on YouTube or online or ask one of your older siblings or someone, and they can make a paper airplane. You should try making it on your own. You should try making it on your own then. Test to see how long it can stay in the air. Use a stopwatch. Remember, stopwatch, you can just use your phone and use a stopwatch like this. So you can count how long it stays in the air. So you can count how long it stays in the air. I would like you guys to redesign your plane as many times as you can. Design your plane as many times as you want to increase the time it remains in the air. See how long you can make your airplane stay in the air. And then part 2, I would like you guys just to write the following answers. What type of forces does your plane experience during flight? Remember, it's gravity and friction, so don't forget. Gravity and friction. The friction is between the plane and air, and gravity is pulling it down, okay? How many models did you make? How many airplanes did you make? And how long did your best model stay in the air for? Look at all the models of your plane. What did you need to change to increase the time your plane was in the air? Now, I would just say make around 2 to 3 airplanes and see which one flies the best. And all you have to do is a little bit of writing, probably 3 to 4 sentences to answer the questions.